Hello everyone. So today I will be teaching you about the elasticity of demand in this class. So first of all we need to understand what is elasticity. Elasticity is something that is flexible. Suppose you stretch a rubber band, it is going to expand, right? It gives some flexibility, that is considered elasticity. Similarly, there are some factors that could change and which could affect the demand of the product. These factors could be price of related goods, income, or any price expectations in the future. There are several factors on which the demand of a product depends, and when this factors changes, then demand of the product will also change. Explaining this separately in the form of price elasticity of demand, cross price elasticity of demand, and income elasticity of demand. Okay, in our next. So before going on to the price elasticity of demand, we need to understand the degree of elasticity. Degree of elasticity you need to understand both for demand as well as supply. So basically there are 5 degrees of elasticity and they are denoted by a value between 0 to infinity. Okay, so first degree which we are going to speak about is perfectly inelastic demand. In this case the demand remains the same, whereas there is changes in prices of the commodity. So inelastic implies there is no change in demand. Suppose in this case we can see an example, such as suppose your doctor prescribes a medicine and you need to use that medicine so as to heal your disease. So irrespective of the price going up or down, your demand will be the same, right? So this can be considered as the price inelastic demand. Elasticity is represented as EP is equal to 0. Since there is no change in demand, so this price elasticity is represented as 0. Okay. Now we move on to perfectly elastic demand. The demand is changing at a larger scale than the price change. Perfectly elastic demand, it is denoted by an infinity sign. So why is it denoted by an infinity sign? Here demand is horizontal, so here price remains almost same and the demand tend to change. Demand has a very larger change than the price. Here price doesn't change or marginally changes. So in this case we can see the example of gold jewelry, which changes according to season. Now I am going to explain you about the unitary demand, unitary price elasticity of demand. It is when EP turns 1, EP is equal to 1, that is percentage change in quantity demanded is same as percentage change in price, which implies that when price falls from P to P1 by 10%, then quantity also was going to increase by 10%. The percentage of change will be the same, right? Here I am seeing, here I have shown you with 10% increase and this decrease, but this can be 20-20 or any ratio. Now we move on to the fourth elasticity, that is the relatively elastic demand. The relatively elastic demand implies when the percentage change in demand is more than the percentage change in price. So here we see that when the price falls by 10% margin, then quantity is going to increase by 20%. So we can see that the price is 10% fall, but the quantity percentage change in the demand is larger, right? So this is known as the relative demand. We're discussing here is the relatively inelastic demand. The relatively inelastic demand implies the percentage change in demand is smaller than the percentage change in price. So here we see that the percentage change in quantity demanded is only 10%, but here the price falls by 20%. So this thing is denoted as relatively inelastic demand. Okay, the degree of elasticity concept will be needed in the price elasticity of demand and other elasticities. So we will be solving problems as well on this chapter. Before going on to the different elasticities definition as well as the formulas, I need to explain you about the degrees of elasticity. So next class will be on price elasticity of demand. Okay, thank you.